is Sam Felton, founder of Smash the Fat, and welcome to episode 10 of Smash It Out TV. Today I'm straight up asking the general public at the Tower of London, is positive thinking healthy? And at the end of today's show, I'll be shouting, I am unstoppable there as well in Unstoppable Sam. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But before all of that, we have 60 Second Science, where I'm given 60 seconds to simply explain the science behind a health and fitness concept. Now, today's subject is, how do we burn more fat? I know it's something we all want to know. So let's put 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Burning fat is scientifically known as fat oxidation, which is a pretty complicated process, but in a nutshell, it's the breakdown of a large molecule called triglycerides into smaller molecules called free fatty acids for energy. Now, you might think that the best way to burn more fat is to just do more exercise, and you'd be right, but some types of exercise are better than others. The key to burning more fat isn't to try and burn as many calories within your workout, but it's about trying to increase the amount of calories that you'll burn after the workout. We want to do this by increasing your basal metabolic rate, or BMR for short, which is the amount of calories you burn at rest. And the best way and easiest to do this is to increase your muscle density through strength training. The more muscle you have, the higher your BMR. And so the more fat you burn whilst you're at your desk, as well as having better muscle tone and stronger posture. It's a no-brainer to do some strength training, really. So let's head on over to the Tower of London, where I'm asking people, is positive thinking healthy? Alright guys, so I'm here at the Tower of London. I'm going to ask people today, is positive thinking healthy? We all know that positive thinking is generally a good idea, but what I want to find out from people is always being positive a good thing? So let's go find out. So I'm here with Nora and Jessica, and we're asking people today, is positive thinking healthy? What do you think?
I think it is.
Yeah? Why do you think it's healthy?
Because if you think negatively, you really bring yourself down really easily. But if you think positively, you can lift your spirits all day.
Yeah, but what happens if you're in a situation, for instance, a fitness regime that somebody's telling you that's going to get you the results, right? But it's actually not going to get you the results, but you remain positive about the outcome of it. But then you never get there. What is it healthy then to think positively?
Wait, you mean we never get there?
Yeah. So for instance, if somebody sort of like plays up the results of like a fitness regime, for instance, then they're trying to tell you to remain positive, you'll get there in the end and things like that. But like you never really get there, and you set your expectations so high about this new fitness regime, but you end up never getting there, but you're trying to remain positive. Do you think it's healthy then?
I think it's still healthy because it's the journey that is getting there that's what's important, and not necessarily the result. Yeah. But then what happens when your life, your actual where you are right now, doesn't meet your expectations? Some people consider that as depression. Then you're not thinking positively.
Right, yeah, because there's been some interesting research just showing that positive thinking can actually lead to, well, too much positive thinking can lead to depression rather than actually a happier life. Because when you don't meet your expectations, you don't actually feel content with yourself. You know, so if people actually start to think about maybe either lowering their expectations a little bit or just being a bit more realistic about the outcome of say, a fitness regime that promises the world.
Well, you always have to be realistic.
Yeah.
You never take somebody's opinion as the single opinion.
Yeah.
But always get a second one. So.
You can always think positively, but still be realistic about the result.
Okay, and let's say, for instance, a situation where somebody's going to walk out onto a highway, right? And they're thinking positively the whole time. Yes, I'm going to live. Yes, I'm going to live walking across a highway. Is that healthy then?
No. That's not positive thinking. That's just idiocy.
There we go. So, some sort of authors and new self-help authors talk about the fact that positive thinking can actually lead to being delusional rather than sort of actually just leading a happier life?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have somebody who thinks too much and has too much faith in one thing, you're probably in a cult, but...
yeah, there you go. Yeah. So what you need to do is just make sure that, you know, what you're actually doing is actually going to get you there in the end. Because the way that I sort of see it is that positive thinking can be just a proven plan. You know, so if it's a proven plan already, then you just follow the plan, you get the result. So then your expectation is going to meet what's actually going to happen. I think that's a better way to think of things rather than sort of like, just being optimistic about positive about the outcome.
You should have like step-by-step expectations.
Smaller goals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. So, I'm here with... What's your name, sorry? Evilla. I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. Cool. So we're asking people today, is positive thinking healthy? What do you think?
I think it's absolutely healthy because it really helps you to achieve something great in your lives.
Right. So what happens if you're following a bad plan but still remain positive? Do you think that's healthy then?
I think it has two ways actually.
Right.
You can fail, or you can pursue and reach your dream and just disappoint everyone who thinks that you will fail.
Yeah, I suppose so. But then what happens if you're remaining positive about this bad plan and you never meet those expectations? Do you think it's healthy to remain positive then?
It depends actually, it depends on the person. It depends how much determined he is.
Yeah.
And it depends on the goal he's trying to achieve.
Right. And you think it would be better if he was following a bad plan, maybe to set his expectations a little bit lower? Or
I do not really know.
It's difficult, right?
Yeah, it's
so for instance, if somebody was to walk out onto a road, right, without looking, and just thinking, I'm going to live, it's going to be fine, remain positive, do you think that's healthy then?
Maybe he relies on God and he thinks that he will help him.
And do you think that's healthy then? Like if you're going to walk out onto a motorway?
I think everyone should live with common sense.
So yeah, because that's a bad plan, right? To walk out onto a road without looking, isn't it? But the person's remaining positive about it. So that situation.
It's quite contradictory, you know. It's difficult to give like one answer to say is it good or is it bad.
No, But you think sometimes it's healthy to be positive, but then sometimes maybe it's better to think about what you're doing before you do it?
I think in every situation it's better to think about what you're doing first and then do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be positive, but it does not necessarily mean you will achieve something.
Exactly.
But anyway, just to make a conclusion, it's always better to stay positive. Always better.
Okay.
Better than negative, for sure.
Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your
stay.
stay.
If it helps you.
Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so some interesting answers there. Everybody seems to think that positive thinking is healthy at first, but then comes round to the full circle that it's not always the best way to think about life. The best way that I think you should be in terms of your outlook is always expect the worst but hope for the best. Trying to be a positive pessimist is usually the best way to think about it. Cool guys, well now I've got Unstoppable Sam to do around here. I did this on Saturday with my friend Zach and also his client Gavin, so let's go over to that. That's alright then.
Okay, right, so we're about to do it. How are you feeling?
Not great now, I have to say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit nervous?
Mr. Happy, just remember Mr. Happy.
Yeah, if I had
have a smile on your face.
Don't worry, be happy.
Is there a Mr. Man called Mr. Nervous?
That's you right now.
Yeah, that's definitely me now.
That's alright. Okay, let's go down, let's do it.
Let's go do it, mate. Let's go do it. So, have you done anything like this?
Just probably when I was drunk.
Just probably when you're drunk.
Some sort of...
Yeah, just to clarify, we're completely sober.
Excellent, right, good crowd. Right, you're going ahead of me.
Get past that cafe. See that bin? Just over there. Sweet. Don't worry about politics. Nobody gives a shit about that.
just look up.
Yeah,
just look
big
up,
breath. You look up, a hands up, and you just go for it, right? Once you started, you won't be nervous. You just be getting through it, you know.
So yeah, you just go for it. All right, so we've got the rings in the background there. Tower Bridge, Tower of London, just to the right of us here. Hey? Yeah, we'll get you a drink after.
You over picturing now?
Ready? Gavin, in 3, 2,
Let's do it.
1.
Hands up, go!
I am unstoppable!
Go!
I am unstoppable! I am unstoppable! I am unstoppable! I am unstoppable!
Louder, louder,
I am
louder!
unstoppable! I am unstoppable! I am unstoppable! I am unstoppable! And I am unstoppable! How you feeling, mate?
Like a dickhead.
Awesome. What else?
Not as bad. No, definitely not as bad as
Well, let's look at any reactions. There's none.
See, look, like nobody's had any adverse reactions or anything like that. People are just getting on with their drinking.
It's already
like that. Nothing.
already forgotten.
The only thing that's changed is the fact that you're able to push your comfort zones that little bit further. Everybody else stays the same. Okay. The only person's world that changes is yours. Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, that's good. It's good. I'm really a big fan of getting out of here quick. I know, but no, it's
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sweet, dude. Well, hopefully that's inspired you guys to become unstoppable yourselves. And until next week, be well and smash it out.